Oh, good evening, good evening, good evening, lovelies. I hope everyone is having an amazing evening. I wanted to hop on here today to address a question I asked you yesterday. Not a lot of y'all hopped in there to tell me what you thought, but that's okay. We're definitely going to, what's up, Josephus? We're going to hop into that today. So, why in the world are we dating? Are we dating because we want to be fulfilled and we want to be validated? Or are we dating because we want alignment and connection? And so that's what we're going to touch on tonight. So if you haven't, go ahead and grab your notepads, even your mental notepads, go ahead and do so. Share this out, let your friends know. We're going to talk about that thing today because it's so important to make sure you know why you're doing a thing so that you do it well, right? If you know why you're out there dating in these streets that I hear are so difficult, you want to know why. Why are you going to put yourself out there? Why would you take the time out to date like this? Okay, so let's go ahead and hop into it. So the question was, one more time, if you're just tuning in, do you date for fulfillment and alignment, or do you date for connection? Um, excuse me, fulfillment and validation, or do you date for connection and alignment? And so I'm gonna go ahead and jump to the chase, and I'm gonna tell you what you should do. You should be out in these dating streets to date for connection and alignment. Let me break it down for you. If I leave it up to someone else to make me validated, if I leave it up to someone else to say, I am now fulfilled, that means you are walking around empty and invalidated unless you're with someone. And I just want you to sit back and think about that. If I have to wait for someone to align with me to say, now I'm fulfilled or now I'm validated, what if they leave? Am I now not valid? Am I empty again? And so I want to beg you all out here to think about dating as a connection tool because you can connect with somebody and disconnect, but those memories still stay. Let's talk about best friends that haven't talked in a long time. Like I have a best friend, shout out, okay? You know exactly who you are, and we live apart. But we do not talk every day. We we honestly may not talk but maybe 3 or 4 times a year, but the connection that we have, no matter whether we're talking all the time, when we get back together, it's like we never parted ways because we made a real connection when our friendship was formed. Do you hear what I'm saying? And so you can make a connection that doesn't have to be like I'm talking to you all the time and you're taking up all of my space. It's a real connection that there's a foundational thing. Spiritually, we're connected. There's a soulish thing that's going on that says, you know what, I got you no matter what, no matter the distance, and the alignment. If I know who I am and what I'm out to do, if I know exactly who I am and what I am supposed to do, then when I align with you and okay, yeah, you know what, I'm going that direction too, then that means you're willing to go the same direction and it's not a push and pull like, oh, I don't want to move or I don't really want you to be successful. I really don't want this to happen, but I do want you in my life. It becomes a push and a pull. You don't want that. You want it to be aligned. Hey, you're going up 85, so am I. You're going down 20 West, me too. You know what? I'm actually trying to make my way up north. I was actually planning to move out west. Whatever it is, think about alignment because connection and alignment is everything when you think about dating. I want to talk to my ladies that are home tonight who know you should be out connecting with somebody. You know it, right? And you're like, I'm amazing. I'm just that girl. But I'm not out because you know what? It sucks. It's not enough good people out there. And when I do try, it fails. Let me ask you this question. If you was to pose the question of, if I was only dating just to make a connection, spiritual connection, ministry connection, my next art connection, maybe a connection that says, you know what, I got a kid, you might have a kid, we might want to be on the same sports team, and it didn't have to do with you being validated in that date. Like now they want you to be their wife, date one, or if you had to be fulfilled feel like something had to come inside you, like, oh my God, now I feel whole. What if you just went out because she was like, you know what? I have something to give. Someone else has something to give. And why am I holding that together all to myself? Is it because you're afraid of getting hurt or rejected? This is talking about validation, because if someone rejects you and you feel the rejection, it means you feel like they didn't validate who you were. But we're not dating to get validation. We're getting validation from, number one, our Lord and Savior, Jesus, right? From our Creator. Second, we're getting validation from that purpose that He already gave us that we're walking out, right? Because we are walking it out. And if you're not, go ahead and reach out to me, because I want to make sure that you're doing that. When you are fulfilled in who you are, if somebody says, hey, you don't align with me like that, that is not a hit at me. I'm just not aligned with you. Okay. Well, then that means I'm aligned with someone else, right? And then it's okay. That doesn't make me come home and like cry on my pillow or feel so hurt and dejected. It's a simple, we weren't aligned. Okay. But you never know, that connection that was made in respect and a mutual agreement of what that is could say, if later down the road you need a business connection, they may remember that you were respectful, that you were great, not aligned because you were going down 20 West, they was going east. But now that maybe you've reached this plot together, like, you know what, I will give you that reference. Actually, you in town, I might invite you to my church. You know, these type of things are important to keep in mind when you're thinking about dating. Why do I care? And why should you care? First of all, I care because I know what it's like to be discouraged in love and thinking that, you know, whoever you go out with has to be your potential spouse. I know what that feels like. Like you're in a day, oh my God, it's great. You got the white dress in your head. You're thinking about the church or if there's going to be destination, and you got to bring it back, bring it back, bring it back, bring it all the way back and say, you know what? This is about a connection. God will tell me what kind of connection this is. And I just want to know, you know, human being, wonderful man across from me, are you aligned to what I know my purpose is? Right? Am I aligned to what your purpose is? And can we then make something happen from that? And if not, okay, great day to collect it. Wonderful date. Hopefully, we had a wonderful atmosphere. Maybe a cup of coffee, dinner, lunch, something different. Maybe you went to a museum, but it was an experience that you can say it was worthwhile and it was great. Do not keep being great all by yourself when you desire more. If you desire this time to kind of just rock your singleness and just keep rocking, do that, okay? Because though I am here for those who are ready to date, there is a point in season where that is so sufficient. Dating cleanses are important. We'll talk about that later on. But if you really do want somebody, but you're sitting at home because you're like, I'm just tired of the riffraff. I'm tired of, you know, it not working out and this rejection or this person being that way or that way. I'm going to ask you to rewind, reset, make a connection. Who knows what it's for? And it could be a beautiful thing, even if it's not your spouse. And then if it is your potential spouse, you still have to build on that foundation. It probably won't be your spouse on date 2. It probably won't be. Now, I do know some people, love at first sight, it's time to go down to, you know, go to the courthouse tomorrow and bless it, you know, because I know people like that, still married 50 years later. But on the most probable situation, you're still going to have to build a foundation of a connection. You're still going to have to find that alignment, even if they are your future spouse. So I'm going to tune out now and let you all enjoy your evenings. Stop being amazing and knowing you're amazing and unaware of how to connect with that gentleman that you desire. Stop being so great and knowing if you just had the right assistance to get who you needed in your life, you would rock that thing and you would do it well. Stop being that one. Reach out for that assistance. Go out and connect. Find out if the alignment is there and enjoy the process. I am so excited to be able to share these things with you and to be able to just impart the small things I've learned over the wins in my life, the failures in my life, and the wins again. Okay. So I'm not talking like, hey, I've had it all together. And I'm not talking like I always lose. I'm talking like I am a real person who understands what you're feeling. So for my ladies who are out there, you know you're amazing. You just need that one little push to say, if I got the help I needed and I could be in a space and spaces to connect with quality gentlemen, I do it. I do it well and I would show off. I would shine. Connect with me. Go ahead and make sure you reach out, whether it's through direct message or instant message. Go ahead and hit up my link tree. That's in my bio. Go ahead and hit up my website. That's dreamsglobal.com. DREEAMMS global.com. And just let's set up a consultation to talk. It's absolutely free to talk about it. And yes, I'm convinced. I am convinced there is a wonderful, quality, amazing gentleman out there for you. Um, and believe it or not, he is ready. He is praying for you. So um, please get off of that couch. Um, stop eating those bonbons. Next Saturday night, I expect when I come on here, that you will be out and this will only be a replay for you, right? You would have tried um excuse me, let me say that again. You would have been out making connections and finding alignment, right? Because you never know where that's going to take you. I'm Sharonda, your divine dating strategist. If you have any questions about anything I've said, any ways that you need to date, go ahead and reach out to me. I look forward to it. I'm gonna go ahead and hit you up with something that's real cute. I started the Something New campaign in the spring for my ladies who are now in their cohort, the Something New cohort in the Wing Woman, right? Where I am actually going to be their online matchmakers after they have done every other thing that comes with the program, the Dreams Divine Dating Program, Dating in 3D. So we are literally 1 week away from that working. But I'm not leaving you out. If you missed the Something New campaign and you're not a part of Wing Woman, you actually have an opportunity to get your fall season right. Because I'm hooking them up for the summer. But you have the opportunity to get your fall dating life all together, like have all the things. Because we're going to have a dating accelerator September 15th through the 16th. Some of you have already got to save the date for the party that's going to end the whole accelerator. But don't take this lightly. In those seasons, the fall into winter are the highest seasons of depression and I hate it, but suicide. Okay. Why is that? Because they're missing a connection that they didn't even know they needed because they were looking for validation and they were looking for fulfillment instead. Don't do it to yourself. Share that with a friend if you haven't experienced that yourself. For my married ladies who are out there, I'm looking for you. I'm looking for you to be mentors to our dating cohort. You rocking with your husband, y'all been kicking it for years on end, and you're like, hey, I can help these ladies, I can mentor them. Yes, I am their coach, but guess what? There is safety in the multitude of counselors. And so I'm looking for them. Share with the single women that you know who are like, I can't find a good man. I don't even know if they exist or I'm giving up. But secretly, they want someone. Secretly and deep down on the inside, they know. They know. They would love to be somebody's long term girlfriend, wife, they want to be in a serious relationship. So share that out. And once again, that's dreamsglobal.com for my website, DREEAMMS. Yes, global.com, or just hit up my link tree in my bio. Send me a message, Sharonda. What you talking about? We're the really good men. Okay, you lying? I'm not lying. Reach out to me. Okay, I'll talk to you all soon. Love you so much. Remember, do it for connection and alignment, and you'll increase your joy and lower that frustration. I'll talk to y'all later. Keep dating.